Sparty? Are we Sparty through and through? Like, how we feeling?
I at that point in time in the tournament, Sparty was, I'm a Michigander, so Sparty was they were the team that was at that particular point. It's funny, I get during March Madness, I get split loyalties. Like I'm a Nittany Lion, but I grew up a Wolverines fan, but I've always followed Michigan State because I'm of that age where when I was a little kid, I watched Magic Johnson when he played at Michigan State versus remember him and Larry Bird in the NCAA championship. So I sometimes my loyalties will change and move around during March Madness. Yeah.
I do have to point out every single person I've ever met from Michigan doesn't say I'm from Michigan. It's always I'm a Michigander.
I'm a Michigander.
Then you put the hand up and you show us.
Yes, exactly. I'm a Michigander. I love that we have this kind of special. It's so much better. It's got more personality than Michiganian,
It absolutely does. Just throw the rogue D in there. I don't know where the D came from, but if you want the D, take the D. It is all yours. But let's just say your beloved Michigan State makes it to the Final Four. Are we traveling to Indy to be a Michigan State superfan in person?
Well, we'll see. We'll see if I can fit that into my schedule. If Michigan makes it or Michigan State makes it, wouldn't it be great if they played each other? That'd be something. Yeah, wouldn't that be something? But March Madness is really just a great time to travel to see your favorite team for anybody. And I have friends who do this yearly, annually. And it's interesting, as the spokesperson for Choice Hotels, a fun fact that I like to share with people is that there are literally more than 4,000 Choice Hotels properties within a mile of an interstate exit in the United States. And that's including, by the way, many sports arenas. So I just wanted to put that out there for anybody who is traveling during March Madness. So we'll see. I will look into my schedule and see if that's something I can do.
Oh, that is absolutely perfectly pitched by you. Also, you're the first person I've ever met that is okay with Michigan and Michigan's. Like, Michiganders usually are very split on Michigan versus Michigan State. So I pray for your Menchies when everybody sees that you're okay with both.
I'm a full service Michigander when it comes to March Madness. Yes.
We'll love this. Well, you're also, look, strong connection with Detroit sports, right? You've thrown out the first pitch to the Tigers game. You've been on the Lions sidelines. You've been on to the Tonight Show with Cade Cunningham. For all of your sports experiences that your platform allows you to be in, what's the best one? What's your favorite?
I think probably my favorite was a few years ago when I had the opportunity, the very first time I ever got to meet Barry Sanders. Barry Sanders is like my big sports hero. So that would be probably the most significant one to me because he was always my hero. When I was a kid in Eastern, we used to go, there's a place called Eastern Market in Detroit where you go get fresh produce and stuff. And the place would be packed every weekend. And I used to pretend to be Barry Sanders weaving in and out of the people so I could get my parsnips and my tomatoes and my celery. And so meeting him was a real thrill for me.
One of the kindest, most humble people that we have ever had the privilege to interview here on the show. He's such a wonderful person. But on the basketball side, lovely. On the basketball side of things, we did see at the All-Star game that you were coached by Team Giannis.
Yes,
and Giannis was a little in some hot water when he was booing his own fans in Milwaukee. Let's live in a fantasy world where Giannis is a Detroit Piston and he starts booing you and the Pistons fans in the stands. What's your reaction to your old coach?
Okay, I'm sorry, Caroline. I got to tell you, it's out of the question that would ever happen. We would embrace Giannis so thoroughly. He would come and have Coney dogs. He would take walks on the Riverwalk. He would go to raves and listen to electric dance music, which we invented in Detroit, along with, of course, Motown. He would be so embraced by us, there would never be any booing. There would be no reason for the booing. So if Giannis, and this is just, listen, I'm giving a full pitch here. You want to come to Detroit? You want to join Jalen and Cade and Beef Stew? We welcome you with open arms. We say to you, Yasu, as they say in Greece. So I got my pitch ready for Giannis. I did not get to share with him at the game because he was too busy going, you sit down on the bench. You're not playing anymore right now. So
yeah,
you get rebound, I let you play. You not get rebound, you sit down. So
I could feel his disrespect for your game through the videos that were coming through, but I did like that you were openly platforming to try to get more touches. Okay, speaking of games, we're going to play a little game with you. Okay, so obviously we all know and love some of your work that came from the East West Football Sketch. We all know names are a big part of your life. You've done some things with us in the past round. So we're going to play a little game. We're going to give you a Collegian or Concoction, okay? So knowing that you're great with fake names, we're going to give you a name. You tell us whether it's a real college athlete or if our producers just made it up out of thin air, okay? So Collegian or Concoction. The first one we'll give you is Fat Brooks. Now, for clarity, fat is P-H-A-T. I don't want to be Fat Brooks. Collegian or Concoction?
That is a Concoction.
That's a Collegian. He's a guard for Central Michigan.
That
is a real person.
Fat Brooks. Holy mackerel. You guys are great. Tell your producer he's great. I've been studying, and I don't know how I missed Fat Brooks. Good one. Okay.
A Michigander at that.
A Michigander, no less. Yes.
Fat Brooks. Yes. Let's move on to the next one. 0 for 1. Let's try to get you back to 500. Chandler Bing.
Chandler Bing. That is a Concoction.
That is not a Concoction. 0 for 2. That is not only a Friends character, that is also a Vanderbilt basketball player.
So wait a minute. So somebody named their kid after Chandler. I just figured it was a Concoction because it was from Friends. You guys, okay.
It's a real person.
I'm 0 for 2. I got to catch up. Holy mackerel.
Look, I think you should. I
seat.
mean, we could give you like a half a point for, because also Chandler was a Concoction. I like that. All right. How about this one? Grant White Chark. It's C-H-A-R-K. Grant White Chark.
Oh my God. Like, what's his name? Chark. Because then I wonder if they're related and if they're real. So, okay. Now maybe you're pulling a switcheroo on me here. I'm going to go Collegian.
We are kicking it. Oh, no, we're out.
My goodness.
That's a Concoction.
That's a Concoction.
Wow. You're skipping. I love that you guys did you're skipping all of the popular crazy football names. Mm-hmm. I did not dig enough into my research.
These are deep cuts only here on the Yahoo Sports Daily program. Yeah, let's get you in the win column, at least. I'm feeling like fourth time is a charm here. So let's go with this name, Cash Only.
Cheapers. Okay. I mean, you know what? How about this? I'm just going to go for a perfect record, even if it's all losses. I'm going to go Concoction.
That's correct.
Okay. All right.
It is a Concoction. No relation to college baseball player Cash Money. Yes. Cash Only is a Concoction. Cash Money, is a real Collegian. Yes. Mm-hmm.
I don't know how I feel about that level of trickery too. The fact that there is a Cash Money versus a Cash Only. All right, how about this one?
All's fair in crazy name games.
Look, whatever happened to Jason,
coming from the creator of the crazy name game.
Yeah, 1,000%. How about Boopy Miller? Boopy
Miller, Collegian.
Boopy. Yeah, he's a Collegian.
Boopy, yes, Boopy Miller's a Collegian.
That is a Collegian. Yes. Boopy Miller lost last night. Always sad, but Boopy Miller is always winning when your name is Boopy Miller. Okay. What about this one? Esteban Rickles.
God, you guys got good ones here. I'm gonna go Concoction.
You're on a roll.
Yep. There you go. There you go.
Took him a second,
but
now he's dishing. He's just all over the place. Oh, all right. How about this one? Got another one. Maximum Gizzy, and it's Gizzi. Maximum Gizzy.
Maximum Gizzy is a Collegian.
Yes.
Right.
Maximus. Sorry, Maximus. My bad. Maximus.
We don't have enough Maximuses.
We do not have enough Maximuses. You'd think that would have been a name that would have come up after that movie. After Gladiator came out, you think a whole bunch of people named their kid Maximus. Yeah.
You would think. Instead, McLovin caught a whole bunch of popularity after Superbad. Yeah. Where did Maximus go?
I don't know.
More Maximus.
To be clear, if my name
26.
if my name was Maximus, I would not be called Max. You would have to call me Maximus at all times. I just want to make it
full name,
Maximus
all
Prime,
time.
like all time. Yeah.
You do not shorten that one. Okay, last but certainly not least, let's see if we can go off on a good note here. Lazar Djokovic.
Lazar Djokovic. I'm going to say that is a concoction. Oh,
that is not a concoction.
No.
That is a Collegian. That is a real life player for Virginia Commonwealth.
For VCU. Wow. Lazar Djokovic. Lazar. It's good because one feels like an African-American name and one's an Eastern European name. They got me. Your producer did a very good job here, guys. Can I ask him a question? Can I get one?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, no. Please.
Now there is a collegiate player, plays for Florida State University. His name, they call him Squirrel White. Do you know Squirrel White's actual first name?
I do not.
Did I stump him? Did I stump you? This is what I love.
Yeah, you've stumped all of us.
They call him Squirrel. His nickname is Squirrel. My man's real name is Marquarius White. So his real name is still an East-West Bowl name, but then he also has a great nickname. So I just want to put that one in your pocket for later.
That is well done. That is
a
well
double
done by
East-West.
A double
a
East-West.
Rare double East-West.
Marquarius Squirrel White. Yes, there you go.
It's perfection. All right, tell everybody what you're doing with Choice Hotels and their travel value campaign.
Well, the travel values thing is the thing. It's a campaign that we're working on right now. That's really great. It's really about giving guests more value for their money and really helping them make the most out of the moments that they care about personally. So, whether they're staying at a Cambria hotel in the heart of some kind of amazing urban destination, or, they're eating free waffles at a Comfort Inn with their family before they're going to go on a road trip, or they're using our points program called Choice Privileges. You can use those on like a game day experience, or a really special thing we have are these VIP access with a company called Trackhouse Racing. And so there's all this stuff that you can do to make the most out of those moments, because that's what everybody's talking about now. Is it's not so much about the money that they're spending, but having these priceless moments that we can experience, with a couple, with your friends, with your family. And, Choice Hotels we believe we have the right value for any traveler out there. And so that's kind of that encompasses the travel values program that we're working on right now.